righty then, let's get into this Inoue, Stephen Fulton prediction. Did some little bit of film work on it. I might do some film study on Instagram. I'll load it to you Facebook members, YouTube membership. Make sure to think about joining. All right, so Fulton is the unified champion. He was deprived of fighting for the undisputed championship because Majin Rakadamadev ducked him. Then he got beat for ducking him. Fulton is a big 122 pounder. Shit, he probably could make a case for being a freaking featherweight. In some ways, he has welterweight dimensions, to be honest. 5, 6.5, 70.5 inch arms. He last was in the ring versus Danny Roman over a year ago. So now Inoue, real quick, was last in the ring just in December. So that might be a factor. And he fought in June, while Fulton ain't been in the ring since June 4th. So since Fulton been in the ring, Inoue been in the ring twice. So kind of keep that on your mental for a minute. So yeah, he fought Brandon Figueroa. Damn, that was almost 2 years ago now. Jesus Christ. And Figueroa was a big as hell at 122. He just made his 126 pound, or he fought a couple of times at 126 pounds. He 5'8", 72.5 inch arms. So both of them dudes some big ass 122 pounders. What is it considered super bantamweight? That's humongous for super bantamweight. And he is the WBC and WBO super bantamweight champion of the world. That's heavy. They are some big super bantamweights, but he only had 8 knockouts, and Brandon Figueroa had like 18 out of 25 knockouts, 25 possible fights, 18 of them. So Inoue, 70.5 inch arm. So what, he got a 3 inch disadvantage and an inch and 1.5 inch height disadvantage. Like I said, he fought Paul Butler for undisputed at bantamweight. He won every title. Paul Butler won 11. Just because Paul Butler won 11 don't mean old boy gonna go 11. Fulton. He did avenge a tough fight versus Nonito Donaire, which they fought 3 years prior. Almost around 2.5 years prior. Donaire was 37 when they fought. He damn near probably was 40 when they fought again. And it was a good fight. It's the fight I looked at because the rest of these guys, I just don't know how good they are. Jamie McDowell was solid, but he iced him. I remember that. I watched that before I went to work. And McDowell is a solid fighter. Juan Carlos Pena, a solid fighter. Man Rodriguez was a solid fighter. But nobody was quite the elk or the substance of Nonito Donaire. So I watched that first fight. And, that's the fight I tend to watch. I watch with him. And obviously you got 24 wins, 21 KOs. The people that only went the distance with him was probably early in his career outside of Nonito Donaire. And David, like I said, David Carmona, he didn't touch the canvas though. Whoever this dude is didn't even touch the canvas. A Mexican. He didn't touch the canvas. And he went 12. And this guy went 10, Ryuichi Taguchi. So them the only 3 men that didn't get iced. And those weights were, sorry for Manny barking. 118, and Donaire came in 20 pounds heavier. 115 and 108. So those fights, man. He 30 years old. He looked, maybe because he looked young. He looked a lot younger than that. And Fulton is shit. We don't know. Let me see. Let's see what Fulton is. 29 years old. He just turned 29 2 days ago. So yeah, I think this might be considered like the best fight this year. I can't argue against it. I wish I had the means and the resources to get over there for this fight, but I'm gonna just tell you what I see, and I'm rooting for both. I really don't want to pick a winner, um, but I'm rooting for both of them. And from a Inoue standpoint of view, um, all around good fighter. I think he might be the faster fighter here, and maybe because he ain't put the weight on yet. I mean, from 118 to 126, it might seem, you know, insignificant, but 8 pounds is a lot in the boxing world. Um, he might be the faster fighter, but when you move up in weight, you got to use your speed and IQ, and I think he got both. Good foot movement, good head movement. I mean, he's just not technically fundamentally sound either. He got some razzle dazzle outside his power. He can move his head. Got a great jab, got a great left hook. He love to counter with the left hook. He'll throw to the body. Good footwork, good balance, good athleticism, good coordination, solid defense. Like I said, he'll move his head. He uses his feet to get his head off the line. He'll weave. He'll dip. He'll slip. I dip, you dip, we dip. Back in the day stuff. Um, you know, got a good power jab and complete package. Honestly, you look at Fulton. I mean, a master 3 ranges with that reach. He can be on the outside and beat you. He showed versus Figueroa and Angelo Leo. He could beat you on the inside. He can operate in the pocket. Um, Took some of Brandon Figueroa's best punches. Figueroa is a big guy. Not saying that he's the puncher, but physically, the puncher that Inoue is, but physically, he's a big guy. Wonder if they're gonna make him cut the beard too. But he's a master of 3 ranges, good reach, slick fighter, good body puncher, physically strong guy. Seem to have a good chin, but I mean, when you're facing the Inoue, you just never know. Good jab, good uppercut. I mean, like I said about Inoue too, good punch variety, but good jab, good uppercut, good body work. You can lead off with some punches. He'll throw a lead right hand. You don't really see that from Inoue a lot. Um, if he leading off, it's the left hook or the jab. Fulton can do some things off platform, slick guy. And you talk about his weaknesses. I mean, obviously there's a power outage there. He's strong too, by the way. There's a power outage there for Fulton, and he'll have rehydration probably advantage too. He gonna probably come in heavy. He's probably gonna weight bully a little bit, but weakness, this lack of power, is probably gonna be his biggest weakness. You know, that's just really what I see from him. Lack of power, especially when you go on OT, going on the road, out of town. You always want to be able to keep power, but another strength for his, I keep bringing up confident, very confident, both of them. But yeah, lacking power. So you got to make fun. You got to be creative in ways to get that power, but can punch off platform. Smart guy, but I just think the biggest weakness for him and the one that I see is just lack of power. He can hold, he can do things. Inoue can too. Inoue, I just see probably like 2 weaknesses that might could hurt him in this fight. Is that once you throw punches, once you push him backwards, he's not as effective as going forwards. And maybe 3. And then once you push him back and you start throwing punches, he will cover up and give you opportunities to work and get on the inside. All right. And Donier showed those things. So, I mean, once you push him back and you start punching, he go into the high guard, you can work. Now he will. Now he great counter puncher too, by the way. Now he might pull that left hook out his ass, and he ain't got to throw it perfect neither to hurt you. So there's something you got to look out for. And then another thing, he got to be set to throw. So, he gonna plant the throw. So, when he bounce on his toes and all that, but when he throw, he gonna set. And Fulton got to know that when he set, either Fulton got to be smart, get out of range. Fulton got to be prepared, because when he set, either that motherfucker throwing the left hook or he throwing a jab. And with Fulton throwing, either he countering with the left hook or he gonna counter you with a power jab, then open your ass up with the left hook. And he got a vicious right hand. He throw the right hook too, but it's really, he gonna start with the jab. He gonna open you up with the jab or the left hook. But once you get him moving backwards and you get him covering up and throwing punches, I think that's gonna be Fulton opportunity to smother him and trap him on the ropes and rip the body. But I'll start off with Inoue first. What Inoue need to do is he need to establish his jab. Once he establishes jab, he get that opening up. Then he gonna try to get the left hook going. He gonna try to counter Fulton with the left hook. And his biggest advantage is that he throwing power punches. So his punches is he at home. His punches are the wow factor. So they're gonna score a lot better than Stephen Fulton punches, unless he just can't take Fulton power or his strength. So that's one thing about Inoue. He got the advantage because his punches got the wow factor. Even if Fulton is unaffected by his punches, it appears he got a great poker face, which he gonna need one. And Inoue got the poker face. I mean, he got the punches that kind of wow the crowd. So that means Fulton gonna have to hustle up with value. That's one thing about not being a puncher, right? But he got to establish his jab, and then when Fulton come in to throw value, then he gonna try to slip that left hook in there. So what he gonna try to do is push Fulton backwards. Pushing Fulton backwards is going, and there won't be no U.S. or Japan officials in this fight, by the way. Pushing Fulton backwards is gonna get the appearance that he's the hunter and Fulton's the prey, and that's gonna look good because nowadays they scoring the fight for the aggressor, even if it's ineffective or it's effective or somewhere in between being aggressor. So if he can get Fulton on the back foot and he can land a couple shots, he gonna win this fight running away. But what he need to do is stay off the back foot, stay on the jab, look for the left hook, look for the 1-2, keep Fulton moving backwards, keep that pressure on Fulton, and try to put as many rounds in the bank early, and then Fulton gonna have to take chances late, and then probably the knockout to come late. And for Stephen Fulton to keep it short and simple, he can go about this two ways or a combination of ways. I wouldn't want to be in the pocket with Inoue, so that's not a way. But either he want to be in his chest or he want to be outside his range. And when you going in his chest, you got to take chances. So how do you get there? You establish your jab, or you look to counter his jab and cut that distance off. But the thing about it is, Inoue, you can counter his jab, but he gonna be looking to come back with the left hook. So when you counter a Inoue jab, either you want to punch him to the chest, come over the top of the jab, get him off balance. Then once you get him moving backwards, he's going to go into the high guard. Fulton must then use his physical strength, pin him on the ropes, rip the body, rip the uppercut, try to treat him like Andre Ward did Alan Green, and try to stay in his chest and try to really keep Inoue on the inside. That way, you can physically dominate him, wear him down. You take the body, then you start ripping the head, and you better pray that man can't punch off balance. Because if he can punch off balance while you pushing him on the ropes, and he can hurt you with uppercuts and short hooks while he not fully on balance, then that's probably not the way to go. But most fighters can't do that. When you got them square on the ropes, when you got them bagging on their heels, they can't generate that power. Or he can stay on the outside, be slick. But the thing about that is, you're gonna have to hit and not get hit. And the problem with hitting and not getting hit is that all it takes is once. So you got to make him miss. You got to make him miss and hit him. And that's how you take the play away from him. You make him miss all those big shots. When he missed, you got to make him pay. And the problem with going to the body is while you're on the outside range and sticking that jab to the body or taking shots chances to the body, is that if he catch you, you're more susceptible to give up headshots going to the body. So basically, either he gonna have to get on the inside, grind him down on the inside, stay on the outside, and just be slick and pick him apart on the outside and keep moving and his slickness take over. And I had some concerns about how the Inoue would deal with Stephen Fulton's slickness. For real. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick Inoue. I'm gonna pick Inoue by unanimous decision. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Inoue unanimous decision. I think in our opinion, it'll be a fight that would have been close enough to go either way. But I think going on the road for Fulton, I'm root for both. Definitely root for the hometown guy, home country guy. But I think I'm a realist. I think going on the road, even though this dude moving up in weight, I think going on the road, fighting a puncher, you not a puncher. He got to be perfect. And then if you perfect, they still can take it from you. So he can't afford no knockdowns. He can't afford to get dropped. So I'm gonna pick a Inoue unanimous decision, maybe even late round stoppage. I say unanimous decision. And I just think it's just too much to overcome for Stephen Fulton. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the fight prediction playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit my link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Everything's in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.